Peaceful vibrations, everyone. I know it's been a little while, and it's really late at night, but I wanted to make this short video just to talk about the elements, specifically water. Um, so, one thing that I am big on is gratitude, gratitude for all the elements, because I feel like um, we don't show appreciation on a big enough scale for the elements, and we kind of just go about our daily lives. And I'm big on showing appreciation to the elements. But more recently, um, a woman who I'm studying under, um, named Acacia, introduced me to the Upanishads. Um, Maybe about a month ago, I would say, and it was very eye-opening. The perspective of the ancient Hindu with the Upanishad, the perspective that we were focusing on is sacrifice. How everything is a sacrifice, and there's different levels to sacrifice. For example, the Upanishad that I was reading used the example of the celestial heavens sacrificing the water to make rain, so that it can come on our level and fill the ocean. It can also, um, in addition to doing that, it could feed the plants. It could, which grow to feed us and feed the animals. And I found that quite amazing. Everything that exists sacrifices itself in some form or another to coexist with everything that exists, everything else that exists. For example, one day as I was reading the Upanishads, this mosquito came by me. Now, anyone who knows me personally knows that I do not wear any off spray or any of those sprays to try to get rid of the mosquitoes. I feel like if they're going to bite you, they're going to bite you. It's just something that happens in nature. Um, and as I was reading the Upanishads one of the days, I'm reading it, and the thing kept buzzing around me. I'm like, oh, come on now. I don't kill y'all, but like, shoo away. And as I was reading about sacrifice, I started to think, when the mosquitoes bite us, right, we are sacrificing our blood to help them create more mosquitoes. And mosquitoes help with the pollination process to grow flowers, to grow fruit, to grow food for us and for the animals and everything else that exists that consumes it, the ants, the insects. So the sacrifice of our blood helps the rest of the ecosystem. Everything is sacrifice. And I think that it's important. That taught me, even on a deeper level, how important it is to pay homage and respect. Because if the celestial heavens decided not to allow rain to happen anymore, guess what? We would die. Things would dry up. We'll be in drought. We'll be in famine. The earth, I believe, loves us unconditionally. And the reason I say that Mother Earth loves us unconditionally is because no matter how much damage, how much destruction humanity causes and continues to cause, it continues to grow our food. It continues to do so many things for us that we need to sustain life and to keep going. And if she stopped doing all of that, we would eventually die. Despite all the destruction, all the disrespect to nature that we do. As much as we dismiss nature, as being something that's just there, not something that is so important, not something that we need to thank or pay homage to, she still is there for us. And I think that that's a very, very, very beautiful thing. That was such a beautiful revelation to me. The Mother Nature, that came to me at a different time, like a couple of years back. But the Upanishads helped to put it a lot of these things together on a deeper level for me. I've always been, well, not always, but at least for a few years, I've been big on thanking the elements, the earth, air, the water, the fire, as well as the ethers. But the Upanishads has me praying to them differently and in gratitude for everything that the divine has created, everything in creation. When we think specifically of the element water, water is so important. It is so powerful. And all the other elements need water. They all work together. They all coexist together and give each other a level of respect. But they all use water as well. When you think of the air that we breathe, the air is a gas form of water. We're actually underwater creatures because we just exist in the gas form, and creatures that exist in the ocean or the river exist in the liquid form of water. When we give birth, or when we come into this realm, when we enter this realm from a different realm, we enter through the waters of the womb, the embryonic fluid. Most of our body consists of water. We need water on a consistent basis. Natural foods, many of them have water in them. We need the water. The water is so amazing for all the things that we just know that she does, not even the things that she may do that we don't even realize. And because we're birthed through the water of the womb, the water carries the ancient memory of our ancestors. When we drink water, water penetrates through the cellular membrane. You have water that's so pure that you can drink it consistently and heal yourself of disease. I know people who've done it. I met people in Sabi Village who has done it. You know what I mean? When I was there. And it's amazing. We're birthed through the water of the womb. And we travel from one world or realm to this world or realm. The water is the plug between the realms. You understand what I mean? The water sacrifices itself for our healing, for our cleansing, for everything to grow, for the plants to grow, which grow our herbs, for the trees, the fruit to grow. The water cleanses us. The water hydrates us. Water is such an amazingly beautiful element. And we don't thank it enough. And Sadhguru said, when you approach water, you approach it with two hands. When we cry, that is water. And we have to take the time to thank water for being the sacrifice. If you believe in a creator, you believe in a God or you don't, whatever you believe in, the water was sent for us, as well as everything else in existence that reaps the benefits of it. And I think that Mother Nature gets frustrated with us because we go about our existence so oblivious to the things that are around us, to the water, to the fire. The fire is very important as well, to the earth. Another very important element, to the air. What would we do without air? Air is gas, water, the gas form of water. Just a different form of it that we need. We need these things. Fire, the physical fire helps us to even cook. But then there's more than one sun. And the sun is created through the fire, or connected to the fire because it's a ball of fire, as far as we know or understand in our limited human capacity to understand. But then there's the fire that burns within us when we feel anger, when we feel passion. There's the sun that exists here. There's a sun in the middle of the earth. There's a sun in the sky. There's a sun within us. That fire, that emotion. See, emotion is the water, but it's also the fire, that passion, that drive, that push inside of you that makes you want to get up every day. The wisdom of the fire. The air. Whew. Remember when part of the Amazon burned up and they were saying that it was restricting oxygen on the entire planet? We cut down so many trees in a lot of city areas and have so much toxic air and toxic chemicals and toxic things around us, and we wonder why so many people and children have asthma. The air we breathe is so important, the quality. And it's a mutual relationship that we share with the trees and nature. Just as we breathe out the carbon dioxide, we breathe in the oxygen that comes from the trees. If we cut down and destroy all the trees, what would happen? What do you think will happen? We're connected to everything in existence, whether we see it under a microscope or not, whether we know it or not. It is all spiritual as well as physical. The air we breathe in comes from the trees, and the reciprocation we breathe out. Things in nature have a reciprocation. And we've been living in a way of just take from the earth, take from this, take from that, take from this, take as much as we can, and not reciprocate back. Not even a thank you. Not even a thank you to say, thank you for this. Thank you, tree, for sacrificing the fruit, or allowing the fruit to be the sacrifice. We have lost our idea that there is a connection. And that's something that we need to get back to. That's what my business is called, Return to Pachamama. Pachamama, the spirit of Mother Nature. Returning to her, paying her homage and respect. As much as we can. Even in a small, minor capacity, it makes a difference. Understanding and understanding, as I like to say, that we are all connected to everything in this physical world and beyond. Because there are things that exist that we're not taught about. You know what I mean? There's things that are unseen with the regular eye. Some things you don't see, but you feel. Some things you just know. You don't need physical, quote unquote, proof or something that's observable and measurable and scientific, you know? So I just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys while I was bathing um, in the water, because I try to be very grateful to the water and to all the elements, and to the plants, to the trees, to the animals. May sound wacky or crazy to any other people. I really don't care. I really don't care. Because I know that they don't understand. And understanding comes from the heart. We've been taught to use our mind and our logic. And we put so much emphasis on the mind and not enough on the heart. And the emphasis that we put on the heart is not put on the heart properly a lot of times. The heart. When you're talking to somebody and they say something that really resonates with you, or they're expressing about an experience that you've had, and you're like, yeah, I feel you. How are you feeling them? You're feeling them here in the heart. It's a level of understanding. You understand what I mean? That's why you feel them. You feel where they're coming from. Even the wisdom of the water signs, every element has wisdom. Every element. None, I don't think, is better than the other, in my personal opinion. But even the wisdom specifically, since we're talking about water, of the water signs, when they master their emotional intelligence, we become so spiritual and spiritually inclined. We could even, when we master our emotional intelligence, we can even, many of us are empathic by nature. Many of us can even have psychic abilities. Water is the emotional intelligence of the divine. Fire is the passionate energy and actionary energy of the divine. Getting things done. Boom. Immediate. Earth is the quiet, silent wisdom of the divine. It's silent, but strong. Air is the intellectual intelligence of the divine. The free-flowing ability to, how would I say, to fit anywhere, because air is everywhere. Almost like shape-shifting energy. And so every element has its divinity. It has its purpose. And as you tap into the energies, once you understand the energies of the different elements, you learn how to maneuver and tap into all of them. In astrology and numerology, we have opposite numbers, opposite signs. But as you gain a level of wisdom, opposition doesn't scare you. Opposition don't bother you. You just know that it's there. So you know the capacity that the potential that it can go. But at the same time, opposition helps you grow. Opposition will be some of your best teachable moments, I should say. Best teachable moments through opposition, through struggle, through pain, if you allow them to be. If you sit and dwell in that pain and you allow that pain to consume you, it will hinder your growth. But if you learn how to maneuver through the opposition, because remember, this realm is can be hell on earth, can be hell physically. But if you learn how to maneuver, to block and dodge things, to overcome and heal things, create your own heaven and use your own inner magic. Use your own magic. Those things won't be that big and scary to you anymore. It's kind of like thinking of the Wizard of Oz. With the Wizard of Oz, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Or all the people were scared of this wizard. I haven't seen it in a while, but all these people were scared of this one big bad wizard. And they pulled back the curtain, and they like, we was scared of this nigga. Like, when you see what it really is, it's kind of like your first fight, or you fighting a bully in your younger years, You were scared of the bully. The bully kept picking with you. Then you finally knuckle up and you beat they behind. Then you like, wow, I'm more powerful than I thought. I ain't scared of them. Because you learn a piece of your own power. You learn to understand some of your own power. How powerful you are. How strong you are. And then you stop living on your knees. Because you gain a new understanding of how significant you are in the world. But the balance is you're so significant and insignificant at the same time. And understanding that is okay. And you have a purpose. And the things that you go through for a reason, because these things are going to help lead you to your purpose. And you can shift and change your own prophecy. I've done it. You're not doomed necessarily. You tap into your inner God energy. You get in tune with the universe. You get in tune with nature. And you co-create with the divine when you get on a certain level. You co-create. And when you co-create with the divine and you're in alignment with the universe, you will literally get what you manifest. So I just wanted to leave it at that note. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Well, it's late at night. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. Get some sleep. If you're watching this early in the morning, hope you guys have a wonderful morning. And feel free to give me some feedback on this video. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the yada yada. Feel free. I would love to hear your feedback. Peace.